Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to make a visual novel in the Godot engine. And this tutorial is for anyone who is new and new to Godot, new to making visual novels, or seasoned veterans who make visual novels in frameworks or engines such as the Unity engine, Visual Novel Maker, Tyranno Builder, and RenPy. And if you're using the RenPy framework or engine, you're going to feel at home with the Godot. Since Godot runs GDScript, which is Python in sheep's clothing. And you'll feel quite at home if you're used to using Python. But anyway, so let's just get started. Just dive in. First thing you're going to need is Godot. You jump in the Google. We search up Godot. We download the latest version. We're going to go for 4.0, and if it's a little bit, as long as it's just at least 4 and higher, and then we just download. And when we download, we're going to receive, I guess, a let's see. Yeah, we get this little zip file. We unzip it. When we unzip a Godot 4, we're going to get this folder that has these two options right here. We got the Windows 64 executable and the console. We're not going to worry about the console for now. We're going to go into the .exe. And with that, we have our just ignore this. Anyways, we have our I guess project manager. So we're just gonna make a new project, and you know what? I'm gonna create my file here. Give me a sec. Yeah, I'm gonna create a new folder. Oh, I'm gonna browse. Sorry. Then I'm just gonna go to the D drive, and then I'm just gonna search up create a new folder, and this one's gonna be called the Visual Novel Tutorial. All right. So we're going to select this folder, and that's going to be our work folder. So if we look right here, we got the renderer, we got our Forward Plus, mobile, and compatibility. You know what, just for simplicity, we're going to use Forward Plus. And our version control, and that's another tutorial. But essentially, if you want to work with a Git repository, we totally could do that with Godot. So we could work with other people or keep our projects more organized. Alright, and if we make a mistake, we could also go back in time with the Git repository, but that's just another tutorial. And we're going to create an edit. So, Godot's going to load. It takes a short moment, it's really quick. And we're going to be greeted with this 3D scene. Don't be afraid of it, because we're not going to really touch that today. But we're going to go to a 2D scene. And the next step we're going to do is we're going to go back to the Google engine. I already have this all set up. Next, we're going to need dialogic for Godot, and we see right here is dialogic 2.0. Click on that. That one's for Godot 4. There is an earlier version, dialogic for Godot 3, and but we're not going to worry about that unless if you want to port. You did have Godot and dialogic. You could actually export your old dialogic to dialogic 2, but that's just another tutorial. And for now, we're just going to download this. We're going to code, download the zip, and once we get our zip file, if we go here, we're going to extract our zip file, get our folder, and inside our folder, what we want really is this game UI and this add-on, and we're just going to copy this folder, and actually, you know what? We could just click and drag. Minimize this. Actually, yeah, that's right, because we can just click and drag. Just click or drag these files to our file system in Godot, and then Godot is going to re-import, and there we go. And now that we have these files in, we can go to project setting, go to our plugins, and then hit enable. And as soon as we do that, bam, dialogue. We have a new button for a dialogic on the taskbar up here. So what we're going to do next is we're going to hit the dialogic button. And now we're going to create it. We're going to click on... Okay. So yeah, okay. So actually at this point, before I forget, we do have to reset Godot, and I'll show you why. So our timeline... Okay, so our timeline didn't show up, and a few things didn't show up here. And it's because we definitely need to restart the Godot engine. And if you did, you won't. Sometimes you won't see the little buttons that are on the timeline. So let's just say we click timeline. Yeah, let's create timeline right here for simplicity. We'll just keep the name timeline. And there we go. It shows up right here, but it doesn't show up here. It doesn't show up in our task or our resource bar thing right here. So, oh yeah, I can't forget. There's the welcome. It didn't even. Did it show us our welcome? Anyways, this is the welcome menu. It should show this first. And you can check the wiki and how to get started. And if there's any bugs, it will take you back to the GitHub repository where we downloaded. And then that's where you can, submit tickets for bugs that you found. And then they have a Discord group. And if you feel like really rich, there's a little donate button. So let's just restart Godot. Save and quit. Actually, we don't have to save and quit. We could just close it. Actually, not. Yeah, we'll just save. Save and quit. Or save our node 2D. Alright. So, let's reopen Godot. Go back here. Reopen Godot. Our project. It's going to give it a little load. Alright. So, now if we hit dialogic, then it's going to show us the welcome stream. Now our time is going to show. And if it didn't, and let's just say for whatever reason it wasn't here, we didn't have this timeline. Let's just get rid of this guy right here. Remove. And then we change scenes. You know what, I'm just going to reset it again. I'm just going to reset just to show you what you would get. You would get like a little, I guess like I say, like a little screen asking if you want to like put in a timeline. Dialogic timeline. Huh, weird. Anyways, it would look like this, like create a new timeline, but I guess we kind of messed it up. So anyways, we'll just add a timeline, call it timeline. Alright, so as you can tell, I made this DTL extension file. I guess it's a resource file, they would call it in like, don't quote on me. Anyways, DTL means down to love. But yeah, so we named it timeline. We got this timeline file, and if we click on it, we get these buttons right here. So we can have some text. We can have our characters. We can have choices, conditions, and then we can even set variables. We could jump, create labels that we could jump to, and then I don't know what this end timeline is. We can call signals in Godot and through code, or we can even call a node. We got background. We can put our instantiate the backgrounds into the scene. Change style. Maybe text style, I guess. Position. Oh, there's a lot of little buttons. Wait for input, history, comment, and settings. Yeah. So right off the bat, we got a lot of options right here. Wait, input. But anyways, we're just gonna start off with text. We're just gonna do a little hello world just to see if everything's working. Hello world. All right, and then we're gonna hit the play timeline button right here. This is gonna like preview our settings and everything. Yeah, there we go. Hello world. Bam. All right, we got ourselves a visual novel. All right, so next we want to have a character. So let's create a new character. And in our situation, in this tutorial, I've kind of prepared ourselves a little script. It's this play called Alderona. Anyways, I just randomly picked a play as two characters and it's short. And, our first character, I would assume is a female character, Alderona. And I guess they're like brother and sister aliens, I guess, or something. have powers but meant to protect human life. Anyways, I don't want to think too hard about that. Let's just go back to our scene. So our first character is going to be Alderona. And for pictures, for images, I've created... Oop, I don't want Magic of Voxel. I want Discord. And I've prepared some images, and let's see, I generated this one right here. Yeah, this one's kind of cute. Let's just do this one. We'll save the image. And we're going to call this one Alderona. What's her name here? Alderona. And we're going to save it as a PNG. And we're going to save it in our folder right here. Alright, and the same with our other character. This character's name is called... let's see. What was I again called? Oh yeah, Cluedo. Probably from Pluto. Alright, so let's go back to our Discord. Yes, this is called Midjourney, and it's a sick bot to make anime backgrounds and characters. But you know, there's some downside with it. We can't just get any facial expression that we want, you know. But this is just a good place to make some placeholder assets for the time being. So we're gonna save this image, and we're gonna call this guy Cluedo.png. All right, and then we're gonna save it to our folder here. All right, our next step here is we're gonna save our background here while we're here. All right, and we'll save this one Space Bridge background. All right, and we'll save it here. Let's go back. Let's go to our folder. What did I do with it? Oh yeah. Go back here. We gotta call it .png. My bad. There we go. That fixes that. So our 3 characters. Let's bring them to. Let's get this to the side here. Open up Godot. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna click and drag our characters to here. And you know what? We could organize our folders, you know. Let's call this assets. It's good to get organized, you know. And then here we're gonna new folder characters. All right, inside our character folder, we're gonna add our 2 characters inside our characters folders. Next, we're gonna create a new folder for background. And I'm just gonna call this PG because it's backgrounds. And then we're gonna load our background over Space Bridge. All right, so inside our character, we're gonna add a portrait, and this one we're gonna call it normal. So it's gonna be our normal face. This is where you can have different facial expressions and emotes for our characters in here. But for now, we're just gonna do with one, and Alderona is gonna. We're just gonna add their picture right here, and in our portrait, we're just gonna select normal here. So it's gonna pick this image right here. So let's see what we got right now. Let's have our character join the scene. Alderona. At position 1, and then join. Ooh, that's a little bit too big, and I quit right away. Let's put another text right here. All right. So let's see. Okay. So next, let's go fix our size here. We'll go to Alderona. And there are some stuff right here. Ignore main scale. And we're just going to scale this down to, Yeah, let's go 50%. Let's see what we got here. 50%, and we'll go to our our timeline, and we're just gonna run it. It's probably gonna be a little bit big and be like underneath the. Yeah. Okay. So it's in our text box. So we're just gonna lift it up higher. So 0, 0 is up here. I guess it's like. So we want it to move up negative positions up here. So let's see. Let's go back to our character. And let's just try moving her up negative. All right. So let's say we want to move our character up. All right. So we're going to go to our main offset and we're going to put in negative. Let's try negative 300. All right. Let's try that. Go to our timeline. Play timeline. All right. Yeah, that looks good. You know what? It's a little bit too high. Let's fix that. Instead of 300, you know what? I'm going to try 250. Take a look at that. Yeah, that looks good. All right, and you know what? Look, this scene's looking a little bare. Let's add a little background. So we'll click the background button, and next, we're just going to bring it up here. Let's select our background, and if we go to our asset backgrounds folder, we'll get our little space background, and let's take a look. Yeah, things are starting to come together. All right. So you notice when our main character just basically like jumps in, she kind of has a little bit of a bounce, and well, actually, usually it fades in. Like her default is that she fades in, as you can see here. She kind of scrolls up and fades in, and that's a nice little tweening effect, you know. And we could have it bounce. So we could even have it happen instantly, so it just comes right in. So if you look at that, yeah, it just shows up. Let's see what happens if we do 5 seconds here. Oh, yeah, it still shows up instantaneously. But let's try our bounce in. We can have it so it doesn't proceed until the animation is complete. And we can even have it mirrored, so I guess our character would be facing the opposite way. There we go, nice and smooth. There we go. You notice how she's facing left, kind of? But if we do it mirrored, it should be facing to the right. So I'm going to shorten the time, and there we go. So that's a good introduction for a character to jump into a scene. This nice little bounce like that. I mean, there's other ways we could tween the characters into the scene, but you know, that's just the default buttons. I mean, we could get away from like just using the text bar and just like we can manually have our characters join to the scene, you know, through code. But you know, those are options. That's gonna be in another tutorial. But for now, we're just gonna use what's available, and it's just an easy way for you know, anyone to start making a visual novel pretty quickly. So all right, so let's enter scene. You know, I kind of like this. You know, I kind of like this bounce in. You know, and let's make it a 0.5, so it's like a little fast. And you know, I like having her. You know, yeah, just come in really quick, aiming towards the right. And let's see. Now it's got okay. Now it's a good time we could start adding our extra character, our other character. So let's just add our. Let's add our character. What's his name? Oh yeah, Cluedo. So his name is going to be Cluedo. All right. Save. Oh, and we want to change that. We don't want him in here. We want to, you know, let's just make a character folder. New folder. Just call it characters. that's right. We have our character folder here. You know, let's just jump our files in here. All right, and all right, we'll just move our characters. And let's see if our characters actually show up still. Yeah. So Godot actually will move the characters directory in code as well in the back and the like behind the scene. So yeah, it makes it easy for you know, for us to organize our projects as we're going and not have anything break on us. All right, so let's continue adding our characters. So we got Cluedo, and let's add a portrait. And let's see, here we go. Oh yeah, that's right, down here. Here we go. Looking spiffy. You know, we want to ignore the main scale. Let's put, you know, our 50%, and let's see. Yeah, that's right. It was negative 250, and he's looking left. And let's see. Let's run this and see what we get. Oh yeah, we forgot to add him in. So next we gotta add our character into the scene. All right, let's see. Let's add our character. Let's add text. So our character we're gonna join is Cluedo, and position 1. Yeah, I'll show you what the positions are, you know, and let's just have them bounce in, and everything should be good. Let's put 3 dots here. Oop. Ellipses here, you know. So let's run the scene. Let's see what we got. All right. Oh, okay. So interesting. He's over top of the other character. So what we got to do is just gonna separate some space between our characters. So position 1, let's try position 2. That's going to make him move more to the right. So let's see. Let's check our scene here. Yeah, character 1. Okay. Yeah, you know, a little bit too close still. Let's try position 3. There we go. That looks great. So, you know, let's see what we're going to do next. Oh, you know what? While we're at it, let's just, let me think here. Okay, yeah. We'll make one character talk. We'll be in color, and the other one, the other image is just gonna be the opposite character in, you know, in black and white. So when they're not talking, so we can tell who's talking and not talking. Let's do that. All right, first let's just open our image files, and let's just open up this guy in some art program. Open with, you know. Alright, we're going to move here. Come on, Photoshop, you slow piece of garbage. Just going to Control U. Remove the saturation. Alright. File, export quick PNG. And we're just going to call this 2. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing with our other character, Cluedos. No, I don't want to save it. Let's add Cluedos into our scene. Oh, okay, I guess we don't have to remove the lock on our... Alright. Good. Remove saturation. File. Export. Cluedos. Let's make it Cluedos 2. Save. Cool. Now we're done with Photoshop. No, we don't want to save anything. So with our two new characters, we can click and drag into our characters folders. There we go. So we got Aldura 2 and Cludos 2. So let's go to our characters. Let's add a new portrait. Portrait. Oh, I don't want that. Delete that. All right, I'll just call it yeah, Cludos. Not talking. There we go. This. Actually, I'm going to rename this guy right here to just normal. All right. So let's see here. Cludos not talking. Let's add our image. Cludos 2. The scene. Let's make this 50%. And we'll set our default here. We'll leave that as it is. And where's our other character? Anyways, we'll just click on here. Here we go. That's just so weird. It should have shown up right in this this field. Anyways, it's still a little buggy, but just bear with it. Now we're just going to add a new portrait. This time it's going to be Aldurona. Aldurona not talking. Now let's just add our Aldurona 2 image here. We'll scale that down to 50. 50%. Everything seems to look good. Okay, our default is normal. All right. So now we can go back to our timeline. All right. So let's just see here. We could have our text join in. Hello, Cludos. And he could just be coming in. And then, yeah, when we're done, let's copy this guy. Copy this here. And we're going to change her look to not talking. Actually, we're going to change it to update. So we're going to update her character to not talking. And that's going to be position 1. And he's going to join in and talk. And then we're going to do the same. We're going to copy this guy right here. I mean, it's starting to get a little confusing, but bear with me. We can make multiple scenes and add them and link them up together. But for now, we're just going to do it this way. So he's going to update. We're going to change his expression to Cludos is not talking. And now it's that text at the bottom. So basically we should have this back and forth. And then, you know what? You're talking, he's talking, yeah. Copy this and just have her. Let's flip it around. Update. Normal. Yeah, everything should be good here. Let's try that out. Let's test this out. All right. Character jumps in. Cool. Oh, I don't want this bouncing. No, he's talking. She's talking and he's listening. Okay, so let's just get rid of some bounce here. So maybe we'll want it to bounce the first time. And then after that, I don't want any bouncing. I just want it to be instantaneous. What? Ta-da. What? Okay, I have never seen this one before. So let's just try that out actually really quick. Okay, I see it. I don't want that. I just want it to be instantaneous. What's ta-da mean? Ah, okay, cool. But I don't want that. I just want instant, and I want it to be, yeah, instant. Will I fix it? Okay, yeah. Let's just keep it to join. Let's make it instant. And for this character too, we'll make it join, and we'll make this whole transition instant. So it should be jump in, and then jump in, and the other one should be black, and white. Jump in, colored, and then she should be black and white, and then he should be jumping in. And then now it's going to be switching back and forth between black and white. All right, that works. All right. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, and then I guess we could add a choice in there. Let's add a choice. Actually, we'll get to choices in a sec. All right, next we're just going to add all our dialogue into our scene. You know what? I'm just going to like montage it here. Alright, I'm back. So, alright, because it doesn't have all the buttons available, I mean, there is a way to make your own buttons, and we'll get to that eventually. But, for now, instead of doing things the node way with the... I'm just showing, like, the basic way of doing it. I added some curtains. Curtains, they don't really look that great, but I'm just using them as a character instead of a background because there's missing a few features in here. But yeah, we're not going to worry about it. It just does the trick for now. So I set up the scene, and basically it's just a straight up back and forth. There's no dialogue choices or anything yet, but I just thought I'd just keep it simple for you guys. All right, and let's just enjoy the scene. All right, and take it away. Let's play the time. Actually, I'll just show you. This is how you actually play your timeline here. Okay, so we go to the 2D node. Attach a script. I mean, we could hit play, but we just want to run it. So yeah, we'll just call it Node 2D for now, the name of the script. And in our ready, we're gonna call the class of dialogic. We just want this one, so it should be in here. It should be one that just called dialogic somewhere in here. Oh, there you go. It's the last one. See, it's C. It means it's the class, and we want play. So, we got our choices here. Actually, if we go to the top, no. It's probably going to be near the bottom. These are preset, like, Godot. Oh, come on. And there's one we want. To find out what we need, it's somewhere usually. It's going to be at the bottom here. Nope. Oh, name, nope. Where can it be? I think we just want something called start. Yeah, dialogic start. And inside of the start, we want their where we want to start our script. So remember, like when I said, like we got to keep our scenes. Okay, so our timeline scene right here. Did I tell you to remember? Let's just right click here, and we want to copy the path. And what we want to do in here is as a string. To make a string, it's just basically these two dashes. That means just, there we go. So it's a word. So we need like these two parentheses, and inside of here, it means it's a string. And we're ready to go. Now we can just hit play instead, and it should run. And we want to select this scene right here, which is Node 2D, which we could have called the main, but anyways, we'll just go with it. Yeah. Actually, first I want to go into full screen. Run. Display. Full screen, and we just want borderless. All right, let's see how this goes. Oof, problem. So this is something we're probably gonna have to fix, but I just want to see how our characters look like. Oof. I mean, obviously there's gonna be some adjustment, but yeah, that's an undesired thing. All right, let's fix that. You know what? I think if we were to mode. I'm gonna play around with this in aspect. Let's try that. Oh, here we go. It's kept. Let's lock our bar into place. See if we can get our images. Viewport. Canvas items. What if we put ignore to our viewport? Yeah, it looks a little blurry still. Let's go back here. Project setting. Let's try canvas item. Oh, there we go. That's what we want. Okay, but we still have this bar underneath here. Time. Now we're gonna get rid of the bottom. We're gonna make it full screen. Actually, before we do that, you know what? Let's just do something here. So if we hit the escape button, we could just escape. Funk. Input event. And I think it was input dot action press. You know, we're just gonna call it escape. ESC. And we're gonna just like quit the game. Oh, yeah. Event dot is action press. Escape. And then we're gonna go get underscore tree. I think it's Q. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. It's input event fx action. Okay. Get tree dot quit. That's what it was. So yeah, so dot quit. Actually, usually you can find out what you can get through here. Like this, go to the bottom. Alright, quit. So when you hit the escape button, well, first we're gonna go to project settings, input map. Let's create a new one. And this first one, it's called quit. Add it, and to quit. We'll add a keyboard stroke. And we'll just go, we'll listen for input. We hit the escape key. And that should be good. So now when we quit our game, we just hit escape. We don't need this process loop right now. We don't need our frame rate loop. It's because everything's good. So when the game starts, it's gonna call this. When we hit play, it's gonna hit this code right here, and it's gonna go. You know, let's start the timeline from here. So this place right here. So wherever that is. So it's just telling dialogic. This, anyways, let's just start. And if we hit escape, we're just gonna kill the game, like here. So right here, all this is saying is it's listening in for, like, you know, anything we push for input, like, you know, like button presses or anything. And it's like if, like, you know, and if it's like in our case, it's an escape. So if action presses escape, actually, that's not what we called it. Project set. Yeah, we gotta change this name to ES. Oh, to ESC. Close. Make sure it's all capped the same. So when you hit the escape button, it should quit the game. So let's test that out. Yeah, perfect. Now project setting. Let's go to general. So the full screen, exclusive full screen, it should hit. Should totally be borderless now. In theory. So let's run this. There we go. Now we're playing the first time. Spacebar also works. Alright, let's try this again. Actually, just before we get going, I realized I made a mistake. So everywhere it says Eldorona and Cludos. Okay. Right here, everywhere I gotta put Eldorona because I messed up. Eldorona. All right. Let's do one more thing here. You know what? They have these little color things here. So curtain, you know what? Let's make curtain blue. Yeah, let's make them. This background actually is blue. Let's make it orange. There we go. And oh wait, fuck, that's the curtain. Let's make her pink. Yeah, that's a good pink right there. And then let's just make let's make him blue. Let's make him orange. All right, that should look good. All right, that should be it for now. I mean, we can improve upon it, and you know, there's these buttons right here, like you know, our choices, and like, you know, the voice. We can add voices into here, and yeah, you know, there's a bunch of other things in here we can do. But you know what? I say for now, this is actually just pretty good, and you know, I think anybody could just follow and get this and with little effort. But anyways, for now, let's see the fruit of our labors. This is the story of Eldorona. Eldorona and Cludos are alien siblings from planet Shakespeare. Think of them as alien beings with superpowers like Superman or Goku. Love between alien and human is forbidden on planet Shakespeare. Will that be enough to stop Eldorona committing the ultimate taboo? Ladies and gentlemen, without further waiting, let's find out. I desire free choice. You mean to be human? Yes. Who is Thomas? Don't read my mind. Then tell me the truth. Thomas is a friend.
I don't believe you. You have feelings for him? I don't care! You know what could happen. This is why I want my choice. You have responsibilities, gifts you've been endowed with for a reason. Your supposed feelings, which aren't to be trusted, are overriding your duty. It should be understood. No! You know what? You know the principles of what we abide by. It isn't fair! I should have the right to decide! You do. And I decide to oppose. You know what happened to those that have opposed? We have been taught, once you turn your back on your calling, there is no re-entry. Nothing can be done. What makes you think I would ever wish to return? Because you're young and feeble-minded. I am not! You will be making a major mistake for an idea that can't be trusted. Isn't it better to make a mistake rather to never knowing what could have been? Could have been? Rona, you are too young to actually imagine that some infantile romance with a human can ever rise to great love. You are wrong, Cluto! I once felt for someone, as you do now. You have? There was a woman. We fell in love. She captivated me. I would have wake up and think of her, and at night I would long for her. But soon I realized that it wasn't meant to be. I wouldn't have been able to fully trust my heart with hers. This work, it's bigger than us. It's more important to serve others than ourselves. I thought about you, our mother, father, and the 4 pillars of our heritage. I would have destroyed everything, our lineage, our history. And for what? For love? Is human love so important? Is it more important than the ultimate sacrifice? I had to choose, Rhoda. It doesn't not mean I have to stop loving her, but she is happy. She will be married with someone who will love her, someone who will be there for her more than I ever could. Someone she will eventually grow old with, someone who could protect her and keep her from harm. I can't stop thinking of what could be, what a life could be like with him. Eventually, in time, you'll outgrow this feeling. You'll have greater things on your mind.
Well, rip the current. Anyways. And so that concludes our first tutorial in the visual novel series here. What else could there be? Yeah, no, that's it. Like, we're going to be continuing this series. We're going to polish this and see where it takes us. But until now, see you later.